I'm going to do a quick example of how to discharge your debt using a postal money order. And this applies to any business, corporation, doctor bills, whatever it is. If they sent you a bill and it has an amount on it, and they're saying that you need to pay this, then you can use you can use a postal money order to pay it off. And I'm going to give you a quick run through to show you. Here, let's go to this one here first. All right, so basically I went to the hospital for some heart palpitations and headache or what have you. And so they decided, hey, we're gonna bang this guy, right? We're gonna bang him hard. We're gonna take as much money out of him as we possibly can. So there's $2,090, and that's Southside Hospital. The hospital is located in Bayshore, New York. But I guess the parent company, the company that actually owns the hospital, they're in Manhattan, New York. Interesting, very interesting. Northwell Health, Southside Hospital, it's East Main Street, Bayshore, New York. That's the physical address. This is the parent, I get the parent company's address. So anyway, basically they sent me the bill. Here's the bill. As you can see, this is the top portion. This is the remittance form that they send. This is the remittance form that they send you with the cost or what have you. And this was the top. This is the letter of them telling me, hey, you received these benefits. Or whatever, Spanish side on. Put to the English side. So they're saying, hey, you received these benefits from us, and we're gonna need about 2 stacks from you. So here's the attached form. And basically you can send the attached form with your payments, right? If paying by check, please make check payable too, right? Now this is very important because when you do your money orders, you have to make the money order out to whoever they said to make it out to. If you do not make it out to the one who they said that you're supposed to pay it to or make it out to, then they can disregard it. They can disregard your payment. All right, so you want to be careful with that. Even if you're not using this particular process, you want to make sure that that you put the specific person that they say that you're supposed to pay. You want to put that name or title there, so that way so that the funds are reaching the area that they're saying that they want the funds to be reached. All right. So now what did I do? I put the account number, and this is the account number here. You want to take the account number because this is RE regarding or in regards to account number, and then you get the account number, so they're not going to mix up where these funds are supposed to be going. All right, now let's see how much I paid. Oh, I paid $1. That's it. That's all they're getting out of me. That's all they're going to get. Why? Because of this. This right here is in accordance with this, which clearly states. And we're talking about, when it says instrument here, it's talking about negotiable instruments, all right? This is under the title of interpretation of ambiguities and negotiable instruments, all right? And this topic is negotiable instruments. This is in the CPA book. And I put pictures up of this book already, of this particular part, but I just want to go into a little bit of detail about it. Okay, so instrument may have a provision that by endorsing or cashing it, right? So in other words, you can have the negotiable instrument, right? Now, if the instrument has a provision, the provision is this writing right here. That's your provision, all right? If it has a provision that by endorsing or cashing it, so if they sign the back of it, even if they don't cash it, all they gotta do is put their signature on the back of it, right? Endorsing it, signing it, or cashing it. Once they cash it, the payee, in other words, the one who you're sending the payment to, right? The one who's going to get the payment. The payee acknowledges full satisfaction of debt and remain negotiable, all right? And that's what it says here. The payee acknowledges, that's a little blurry. The payee acknowledges full satisfaction of debt and remain negotiable. In other words, this document remains, this negotiable instrument, this instrument here remains negotiable, because there's a number of things that you can do in order to make a negotiable instrument non-negotiable. You can take take it out of negotiability, and it means you can't use it for any kind of transaction. It's a non-negotiable instrument. All right. So what it's saying here is that the payee, by them signing it or cashing it, right, because of the provision that you put on there, this writing, and we're going to go over that in a second. By them cashing this instrument, and it has a provision on it telling them what you're expecting out of this transaction. If they fulfill or carry out what's in that provision that you put in there, then the debt is considered paid. It's fully satisfied. All right. Now let's go into what we put on this document. What we put on this money order is, and I posted this on the page as well, but this is a physical example so everybody can see how it's actually done properly. I accept your offer in the amount that they said that they wanted, right? $2,000 on this one. The other ones have other prices. We'll go to those one at a time. For value, and this word, these two words here, there's another way that you can put it, and I put it on the other money orders. So you can put it for value and consideration. You can do that. All right. And tender this payment for the complete amount. Sorry, let me adjust this camera. For the complete amount, in accord and satisfaction upon redeeming this instrument. So as soon as they redeem it, you got fully paid by $1. $1 paid the whole thing. All right. And here's the thing with these people: they are going to cash it. They're going to cash it. Why? Because they're subordinates to people in the mail room or the whoever the financing department, whoever's handling this stuff, they're gonna cash it because they want the money. Why? Because here's the thing: if they don't cash it, they don't get anything out of it. They get nothing out of it. But see, they can take these negotiable instruments and they can actually make money off of them, convert them into securities, and then make more money off of it. So this $1 to them, once they convert this into securities or other forms of negotiable instruments, they can take this thing and this thing will turn into $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really lose. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. You know what I'm saying? So this $1 is way more than what we could possibly imagine. You know what I'm saying? They know how to convert this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Into greater, into larger amounts. You know what I'm saying? Larger means of, monetary income. And so here, and we dealt with this on the other page of this book. Let me see if I can go back. Here you go. What does it say? Drawer except drawers of a check. So no checks. You can't do this with a check. And endorsers may avoid secondary liability by signing without recourse. All right? So, in other words, if they feel they're not getting the full amount, it doesn't matter because I signed without recourse, so I don't have secondary liability. If they got a problem, they got to take it back to the bank. Whoever created this money order, they got to go back and get their money from them. All right, so I endorsed it without recourse. I put my signature on it, put my name underneath. You know what I'm saying? So I signed without recourse. I am no longer liable in regards to this matter. So this stands, and this right here protects me from ever having to be brought back, or to be brought into court or any kind of matter like that, because I signed without recourse. I don't have a means to pay you because really there is no money since 1933, which is why they implemented that law, because they know that they're not going to tell the public. But if you learn the concepts of economics, you know what I'm saying, and law, then you'll understand why you can do these things, and it's not illegal. It's not illegal. It's legal. It's very legal. All right. So this is the other one. This one is for $57, right? Because what they did was they didn't give me one fee. You know what I'm saying? They're going to give you a bunch of fees, so you got to cover all of those fees individually. That's the game that they play. So no problem. And another thing also with these payments, some of them have the exact same number. Like these two right here, they have the exact same number, right? This number here, the account number, is the exact same number as this account number. If you look at it, 1148957-3. 489-577-3. So what do you do in that particular case? When you got two of the same ones, you put the invoice number. All right? You add the invoice number into there. So now there you go. You got an invoice number. That's different from this one. So now we differentiated between the two. In addition to that, we put there's two different prices. This is $57, and this is $1,211. And they try to dig in your pockets, man. $2,000 over here, another $1,000 over here. We already had 3 stacks already. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But, some of us, we want to just keep going along, you know what I'm saying? Doing things the way that they've been brainwashing us to do it. And we don't want to study the law. We don't want to study economics and see how these people, listen, I don't know if you guys ever heard of, bankers, having a problem with, paying their bills and things of that nature. You don't see that. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear bankers having woes about their bills. Accountants having woes about their bills. You don't hear about that. Why is that? Why don't you hear about these things? Because they know what they call them, trade secrets. They know the trade secrets. We don't. So when they're faced with a bill, this is what they do. This is what they're doing and we're not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation. So anyway, going into this next one. This one's $44. It's the same process, essentially the same wording, except for this part right here. I accept your offer in the amount of, this is $44, for valuable, and this came from a Supreme Court case, where the judge said that you should actually use this verbiage, you should use this wording. So he said, valuable consideration, and tender this payment for the complete amount in accord and satisfaction. Now, mind you, accord and satisfaction. Accord is for, like, for an example, when there's a contract or an agreement made, and a tender of payment is offered, and it will take care of the tender of payment, and the tender of payment is no longer need to be made. And that goes back to over here, UCC 3-603, which says, this is the law that says, it says when a tender of payment is made, and if you want to go look, you can just Google it. Google capital U, capital C, 3-603, and you'll see the law for yourself. All right? Cornell University, that is the leading authority on law. And that's what's going to pull up. You click on Cornell University and look right there, and it's going to tell you. UCC 3-603, it says nice and clear. When a tender of payment is offered, right? What do we say? For valuable consideration and tender this payment. I'm tendering a payment. Tendering a payment means that you're offering a payment. That's what it means. I'm tendering this payment. I'm offering this payment. So UCC 3-603 says when a tender of payment is offered regarding a debt, if it is accepted, if the payment is accepted, then the debt is considered paid. Naturally, right? That makes sense. They offer a payment, the debt is paid. But then this law also says, if the tender of payment is dishonored, or it's rejected, it's not accepted, then it's still discharged. Then the debt is still discharged. The debt is still discharged. That's what this law says. All you have to do is offer a tender of payment and then put stipulations on it. Yo, listen, man, what I'm giving you is all I got, and that's what you're getting. That's why that law is there, because in 1933, there is no money. You cannot pay a bill. You can't pay anything because there's no real money. They took the gold and silver out of the hands of the people. These are the loopholes that they use. Okay? These are the loopholes that they use all day, every day. And let me tell you something. My wife, she had a, was it 30-something thousand, like 35,000 or something like that, kind of a student loan. We sent them a $10 money order, same way. Sent them the money order. She ain't heard from them since. Haven't heard from them since. All right, so we need to, people need to smarten up, man. Seriously. So this is for valuable and consideration, attend to this payment for the complete amount in accord and satisfaction. Satisfaction is a clear word, right? means the debt is the person who says that they're owed, they're satisfied. It's satisfaction. Upon redeeming this instrument, so as soon as you cash it, it's a wrap. And then, of course, you sign your name, you know what I mean, and then print your name underneath it, but you want to put without recourse. All right? And, yeah, and so this one right here, this is for child support, actually. This is the coupon, the remittance coupon that you're going to send with the money orders. You're going to send the money order, you want to send them registered mail. All right, I just posted a video to this group, to the Legal Crest. I just posted a video to this group that actually breaks that down as to why you must send these things registered mail. Because if you don't, they don't have to honor this stuff. If you send it through regular mail, they'll look at this, laugh at it, and send it back to you, and then you're going to cry and say, oh, this stuff don't work. No, you learn the process properly, and then you'll see results. This right here, these things right here are not done in the public, and that's why they don't recognize it. Because these are matters that are done in the private. The law has two avenues. There's two avenues of doing or conducting business or conducting affairs. They operate in the public, and they operate in the private. Okay? If you're operating in the public, you're going to be dealing with public issues, and they're not going to acknowledge in any way, shape, or form anything from the private. This is why individuals who learn a little bit about this stuff, they start bringing stuff from the private. I know you guys are scamming us. House Joint Resolution 192 and blah, 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 and Public Law 73-10 and da, da, da. Yo, first of all, you're in a public arena. You don't bring the private stuff. That's private stuff. They will not acknowledge it. This is why people are, show me some evidence that this stuff works. They're not going to show you any evidence. Like I said, we use these money orders with my wife on student loans, $35,000. And my wife, listen, my wife, she's on my page. She's a member. So if I'm lying, forget impressing anybody. That looks bad on me because, I'm lying about something that I'm claiming to do on behalf of my wife, and it's not true. That takes away from my validity, my credit, my credibility with my own wife. So if I'm lying, you might see me divorced in a couple of months, maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, man, there's no lies here, man. I don't lie, and anybody that knows me, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? So, let's just be clear about that. You know what I mean? So, this is for child support. That is the case number. Like I said, if you want, you can go ahead and take a look. I mean, shoot, here's the paperwork. You know what I mean? What are they saying? 5,000, right? This is an old one. This case was back in 2014, something like that. It goes all the way back in 2014, something like that. Next payment due. 11, 19, 11, 9, something like that. But anyway, this is an old situation. I just remember, I've been going back and forth with these guys playing with them. But playtime's over. I'm about to just pay the whole debt. Just pay the whole thing off. So anyway, folks, that's pretty much it. So if you want to, with the child support, for those who've been asking about the child support situation, done the exact same way. Screenshot it if you need to. All right? Screenshot it if you need to. It's the same verbiage. Alright? Same verbiage. Alright? But now here's the thing. If they don't give you a name, then you simply pay who they say pay. Alright? But if you can call the office and find and get a name who's the head of that department, then you get that name and then you send it to them. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't get a name, then you simply put whatever they give you to whatever, title or whatever they give name or they give you to process this thing, then you go ahead and send it to them. You send it to whoever they say to send it to. You know what I mean? But the thing is, before you send it off, you make color copies of this stuff. Oh, I almost forgot to mention this part right here. This is the detachable part for your own records. All right? You're gonna make color copies of this whole thing, just like this. Alright? Before you detach it. You're not going to detach it until you make the color copies of this. Okay? Because that color copy is going to be your evidence. Alright? In addition to making a copy of this, the remittance coupon that you're sending with it. Alright? And then you're going to take, this is the receipt from the post office. You're going to make a copy of this also. Alright? You're going to make a copy of this also. Why? Because each one of these has a number here. And this number corresponds with the numbers that are over here. Alright? So, this number here, this number is this one here. Oh, here, let me show you. My bad. Alright, so these two numbers are the same numbers. So that's your evidence that one, you purchased it at the post office. It's a valid negotiable instrument, a valid money order. You know what I mean? And you did in fact send it to them, because you're going to send it to them through registered mail. You know what I mean? And that's going to be problematic if they didn't give you a name. If they don't give you a name, then you send it certified mail. Alright? But you still want to send it through a private courier. Alright, because with registered mail, they're going to require, registered mail requires a physical street address. It requires a physical street address, not a post office box. Alright, but if all you have is a post office box, then, you know, you got to do the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? You try to send it through certified mail. And if not, then, you know, just send it through regular mail. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just, you know, that's a form of protest there. You know what I'm saying? That's an argument. You know what I'm saying? That you can actually use in any court of law. You know what I'm saying? This is the address that they provided you with, and then they refused to provide you with a particular name and a specific street address, a physical street address. So, you know, it's not going to stop anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they want to continue on playing games with you, then what you'll do is you're going to take, you'll take, you know, the copies of which you have, and then you contact the Federal Trades Commission. You contact the Federal Trades Commission, send them copies of it, and you'll file a complaint with them and let them know these guys right here, they conducting some real shady business practices out here. They're not providing any names or addresses for me to make an accurate, you know, proper payment. And, you know, they're making things complicated, and they're not honoring these negotiable instruments. And the Federal Trades Commission is going to go deal with them. They're going to go deal with them. So, and then, you know, with that complaint, you make a copy of that, along with the copies that you made here, and then you're going to contact the Attorney General. And you let the Attorney General know, hey, these guys is playing games. I want to file criminal charges against these guys because it's extortion. I paid them already, right? It says complete amount in accord and satisfaction upon redeeming this instrument. So that means I paid you in full. I already paid you. So now you still saying I owe you, but you took that money? Oh, that's extortion now. You're now committing extortion. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to do. You know what I mean? You want to contact the federal. Once you send this off, they hit you back. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Don't think, oh, it's over. They're not respecting it. No. They're testing you. They want to see if you know what to do. Do you know what the next step is if we play games with you? And once they do that, then you know. Next step, Federal Trades Commission. Federal Trades Commission, you know what I'm saying, make copies of the complaint with them, and whatever they send back to you, should make all copies of that, and then you're going to contact the Attorney General and tell them, hey, these guys over here playing with the money, man. They over here extorting me. They're in violation of, Title 18 USC 1951, which is extortion. And also that law says, even if you make the payment willingly, right? But you really didn't want to. In other words, you made the payment, but you didn't want to. You felt forced, obligated to do it against your will. That's still extortion. Even though you made the payment, it's still extortion. So they're in a real bad situation. So that's about it for today. These are the money orders. I'm about to send mine off.